All right, forgot to start filming earlier, but today I'm doing all the steering linkages on the van, the 7.3 diesel van. All this stuff was pretty worn out. I picked up a Lambo in Columbus the other day, and this thing was kind of wandering all over the place, so I checked all these ball joints and they all got a lot of play. I double checked the alignment before I pulled it all apart, and it was pretty square. So I'm just going to measure all this and match all the lengths of the old linkage, and then get all this stuff adjusted to match the length, and then toss it in and then double check the alignment again, and then make some minor adjustments as needed. But I've been doing alignments on my own trucks and cars for years, and I've put hundreds of thousands of miles on both of my Cummins dually trucks, and I never go through tires or wear out, get weird chopping or anything. So I'm not too concerned about getting it dialed in. And then these shocks are probably going to be next to go. I'm going to probably do that here in the next couple projects on this thing. I already did the rears with air shocks, but these things look pretty ancient, so I'm gonna do an upgrade on those. And then I think I'm gonna get the stabilizer setup that's on the ambulances, and put one of those on here too. That'll bolt up to this stuff fairly easily once I get this installed, so I can just knock that out once it all comes in. Everything else looks to be in pretty damn good shape. Really just those shocks are kind of old. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. I gotta go to Atlanta and pick up a Hemi Cuda 70s or something like that. Very expensive. And that's happening next week. So trying to get this thing a little bit more dialed in before I head down there. All right, just got all that jammed in there. Looks real nice. Everything fit up in there real nicely. Easy, it's too easy. If your steering sucks in your like OBS or whatever truck you're driving, Super Duty, these steering linkages are cake to do. They're not crazy expensive, and it majorly improves the driving of the vehicle, so just do it. It's super easy. Still got to jam a cotter pin in right there. And then I actually added these grease certs. This setup from TRQ did not come with certs, so I drilled out the caps and added my own certs. Super easy. Worth the extra 5 minutes to do. So I'm gonna rip some grease into these also. They don't seem like they come with a whole lot, so easy enough to do. Yeah, that one's pretty much flat, it looks like. Same with this one. So I'll do that, and then this will be pretty much tidied up. I'm gonna get it on the ground, roll it back and forth, get it settled, and then I'll check the alignment and then adjust from there. But hopefully I got it pretty much spot on to where I don't need to really mess with it. And then I just put new lug nuts on here. The stock ones barely fit, so you had to have a really thin wall non-impact socket to get them on there, so it's a pain. So I got some little narrower OD lug nuts to make it easier, especially if you're dealing with a flat on the side of the road. You don't want to be messing around with some tight clearance sockets that are a pain in the ass. You want it to be as easy as possible. And then I just added some heat sleeve to the bypassed oil filter setup just for some extra protection. But other than that, kind of ready to call it a day. Still got to rip off the stock lug nuts in the back, but you can see here there's about no clearance for socket in there, which makes it a pain, especially getting the initial one threaded on to get the wheel centered up. So got to do those back here and then mess with the alignment. This thing's coming along nicely. All right, just ripped the alignment on this thing, got it dialed in. First freaking try. Steering wheel straight, I got no play. I did slightly adjust the steering box. It looked like it was just had a little bit of wiggle to it, so I did a little quarter turn on that thing to snug everything up in there. And this thing is just so much better. I'm not playing with the steering wheel, trying to keep this thing in a lane anymore. It's so nice. I just did a quick 200-mile run to go pick up a car, and this thing did awesome. And I also put a 6-position tuner on it today. That was a game changer. This thing's such a pooch, pretty much pulling a trailer with a car. You'd have to be like 70% throttle going down the road. So now I'm empty right now. I just unloaded, but I'm running like 70, and I'm at like 15% throttle, just cruising. So big improvement there. EGTs are still in check. Running down through the mountains next week with the enclosed trailer, so we'll see how it does with EGTs climbing the mountains, and mainly curious to see how it does trying to downshift to third. This is just a 4-speed, so E4OD. But yeah, this thing's driving so good now. I'm stoked that I did those arms finally. Definitely do it. So cheap to do, super easy. A shop probably wouldn't even charge you that much to do that job, I think. I don't really know. But highly recommend doing those linkages. Drives like a new van right now. It's great. But yeah, that's it. I'm out.